Hello, welcome everyone to School of Forex. It's always exciting to come in front of your screens just to help you learn, grow, and earn. Let's get straight into it. We don't want the video to elapse. So in this particular video, I take you through how you can be able to navigate through Forex Factory, the platform Forex Factory. So if you remember our previous lesson on news trading, we spoke of a number of news sites or events, news sites that you can find news events, calendars, economic calendars, indicators on them. One of them is Forex Factory. Others include Daily Forex, Bloomberg, CBN. These are a number of them. It doesn't mean Forex Factory is better than any, but I just stick with that. I mean, I think I like their services. Yeah, so Forex Factory. If you are new here, you can create an account. You simply join. Once you join, your name will be here, your username will be there. I have joined this community of traders, and that's why I find School of Forex here. So I will encourage you to also join so you can be able to use it efficiently. Let's jump more into it. So there are a number of things you can use Forex Factory to do. You can use Forex Factory to check the brokers. So in our lesson under Forex brokers, I told you that to be able to open an account with a broker, check 1, their regulations, 2, their trading conditions, their minimum deposits, their customer care, their support, a number of things. Check them. But this is a site where they've put everything together, so they've done the research for you. Once you come here, you can be able to do extensive research on a particular Forex broker before you can decide to stick with them more. So you can find a number of them here, a number. So here you see Hot Forex. That is one of the brokers with School of Forex that we trade with. So you can see the year that Hot Forex was established, 2010. The headquarters of Hot Forex is in Cyprus. That's Larnaca. You can see the regulations. They are regulated by 3 different institutions. They have 6 different platforms. The leverage we have in Hot Forex, you can find them here. The minimum and the maximum trade levels. You can also find the spreads in Hot Forex. You can check the currency pairs that you can trade, or different currencies, base currencies. So if you are in South Africa, you can select the rand as a base currency. You can select the US dollar as a base currency. Nigerians cannot select the Nigerian naira, euro, and the pound. These are the currencies you can select them as the base currencies. You can also come here for the support. So that's basically for Hot Forex. You can do same for all the brokers that we suggested or we've partnered with. That is under brokers. Let's come to markets. Under markets, you can also be able to do a number of things with Forex Factory. So one good thing about their system is live. At any point in time, what you are seeing live activities, what is happening live. So the currency pairs, you can find major currency pairs here. So major currency pairs combined with one minor currency pair. We will talk more about that when we get to currency pairs. But you find them up here, their bid prices, their pips change. You can find them there, and they'll be changing as and when. Up here, you can find the time frames, the currency pair, indicators, and this one is live. So as and when it changes, it's added onto this. And you can use this one for your analysis, for drawing your trend lines, employing indicators, bringing them on it. You can use this particular one. You can add text to it. It's very helpful. So using this can make your trading very easy, especially if you want to use laptop for your trading. Also, if you go down, you'll find the trading sessions that we spoke of here. And this one have been arranged for you, the Sydney, Tokyo, London, New York. Arranged nicely and neatly for you. You can check them here. That one too is live. So the green line tells where we are. As at now that I'm recording this particular video, it is almost, it is 1:36 a.m. GMT, and you can see the time. That is where it is. So as and when, so here you can see that in the forex markets, the Sydney session is opened, the Tokyo session too is open, so there is an overlap, and this gives you a fair idea of how you can go about your trading. Great. So that is under the markets. Under calendar, you also find a number of things under calendar. You can navigate through the calendar. So you see today, you can filter and get the calendar for today so that you see the news event that is happening today. So for now, the default one is for this week. That's what you see here. So if you scroll through from Sunday to Saturday, all the news events globally have been recorded here for you, and you can find them here. You can filter and select it, maybe today. Let's select today. So you see only the news event for today is here. You can check that one here for today. Very good. You can also select this week. So this week is what we were on. You can select this month, and it will create the calendar for the entire month for you. This is quite lengthy. So for the entire month, it will be given onto you like that. This for demonstration purposes. And yeah, after that, so there are a number of filters that you can do on under calendar. One, you can filter the kind of news you want to listen to. So under impacts, so in our lesson we spoke of trading high impact news. So 5 major economic news events that you should trade as a news trader, or you should focus on as a news trader, or even a forex trader, is or are economic employment news events. Sorry, employment news. That is where you have the NFP, the ADP, those economic news. You should focus on them. You can find them here. You can also find commodity price index. Commodity price index is also one of the news events here that you should focus on. So the first one, as I said, unemployment rate. So you focus on that, is a high impact news. Commodity price index is also another high impact news you should focus on. You should also focus on, so to help you get an idea of those ones, let me first filter. So let's filter for high impact news. So I'm deselecting all these ones. I want only high impact news. And here I want central bank news. I don't want bond news. I want employment news. I want inflation news. I want housing news. I don't want business survey. I want speeches. I don't want miscellaneous. So these are the ones that I want. I've selected the expected impact, and I've also selected the kind of event types that I want. Speeches, consumer surveys, housing, central banks, employment, inflation, growth. And for which particular currency pairs or currencies, you can select them here. I don't want this one, CNY, but the rest are major currencies. So I want them. Once you are done, you apply filter. So it has been applied for you. Now on your Forex Factory, you can find only high impact news. High impact news are indicated by red. So you see this high impact news. So you don't find any other thing because I've filtered for them. If you check here, you see these places are empty because on the 17th of October, there is a news event there, but the news event there is not a high impact news, and therefore I will not see them because I've filtered them. So you can find the key here, the legends. red for high impact news, medium is orange, yellow for low impact news, non-economic news events, they are ash. And you also find after, so those are that. And now for any particular news event, if you click on that, you check the details. So on the right of the details, you have the actual figure for any news event. Something is released. Once something is released, a figure is released, we have is compared with the previous figure. So for instance, on 2nd of October, that is the first Friday of the month of October, there was an NFP, and the NFP news that came was compared with the previous month's own. So that is that of September. So the employment news or unemployment news for September. So that one is here. So for previous, it is here. You can find 1489K. That's the news for September, the development or the figure for the US. And they forecasted, or according to analysts. So these figures are generated by analysts. Analysts compared the figures coming up. That's okay. So in the next month, that is October, this is what they were expecting, 900K. But it turned out that it came below what was forecasted. So it came 661K. That is below what was forecasted. And that's why it's red. And this has an impact on the currency. That is the US dollar. So the currency is US dollar. And that is what I want you to guys take a critical look at. Anytime there is a high impact news that you want to trade, you look at the actual news type. Does it fall within the 5 news events that we must trade? If yes, then you come to the previous, the value given or the data given, the figure given. You compare that with the forecast. So you have that in mind. The actual is always empty until the time scheduled for that particular news event. So for NFP, you saw that it was 12:30 p.m. GMT. That's when NFP happens. So let's come to a news event that has not taken place yet. Today is 16th of, today is 15th. So there is a high impact news here. That's retail sales. This one, you can find the previous figure was 0.7%. And analysts are saying that it will move to 0.4. That is what they are expecting, 0.4. You will not find the actual figure until 12:30 p.m. on 16th of October. That is Friday. That is when you will find that. On 15th, that is Thursday, today, around 12:30 a.m., there was a news event. And the news event was employment change for Australian dollar. So the Australia. And the currency is the Australian dollar. And the figure that was being compared with that, the previous one was 129.1K. What was being forecasted, what analysts were expecting, they were expecting a decline, about 38K decline in the employment figures. That is about 38,000 people lose their job. That's what was predicted or forecasted. But it turns out that only 29.5 thousand people lost their jobs, which means even though people have lost their jobs, it's not as much as it was expected by or forecasted by analysts. This is good for the Australian dollar, and therefore you can see it has turned green here. Yes, so you can find the key to here, the the pending, the related stories. You can find the related stories here. So you can click on that and you'll find a related story. You can read about it here. So there were a lot of things in Forex Factory for you as a trader that you take advantage of. Great. Also coming down, you can find alerts here for you. You can go through them. The green number means it's better than the forecast, or is the revised one is better, as I said. The red number, so like this one, like the non-farm payroll, that's NFP, the red number was bad for the news or for the currency pair. So that is how you should also look at that one too. M over M, it means month over month. Q over Q, quarter over quarter. Y over Y, year over year. Anytime you see a K, it means thousand. Anytime you see an M, it means million. B, billion. T, trillion. You should also note that all times are approximate and subject to change. Yes, and these are the current central bank rates given to you by this particular site. So that is what you also find under calendar. Quite extensive for you to be able to trade with. And under news, you find live news here that you can read through. All these live news are also given to you in your MT5 or MT4 platform, the news session. You find them there. You also find trades as and when they happen. So 2 minutes ago, they keep updating it here, live accounts. And there is a forum where people share their opinion, their trades, discussions, journals, articles, that you can also participate as a member of this particular platform. So this is a quick introduction to Forex Factory that I hoped or I wanted you to have a look at. Now that you have been exposed to Forex Factory, I am hoping that you take advantage of it. You select the particular broker you want, the market, the calendar, you filter it so you can be able to follow news. The fact that you are a technical analyst doesn't mean you should forget about news events, because every news that happens affects you. So this is where I will end my video on introduction to Forex Factory, how you can navigate through it, and how you can take advantage of that to inform your trading. Thank you very much and have a blessed day.